Hello everyone. Today I want to present the paper Promoting Pre-Class Guidance and In-Class Reflection, a SQIRC-based mobile flip learning approach to promoting students' billiard skills, strategies, motivation, and self-efficacy. About the introduction. A growing number of countries have listed billiards as an item of physical education in school settings. Participants are required to be proficient in various stroke techniques. The training of billiards players usually relies on the experienced coach provided one-on-one observations. The coach then conducts an analysis based on their expertise and provides feedback and suggestions regarding the player's motor skills and strategic thinking. This student-centered teaching approach is a great learning strategy for sport skills learning. When students have needs during the learning process, adequately offering individualized feedback and suggestions to solve their personal problem is also highly recommended in the field of physical education. At present, the physical education classes in higher education all adopt large classes teaching, so it is not easy to implement this learning approach. What normally happens in traditional physical education classes? Okay, normally instructors demonstrate and explain the standard action for the whole class, okay? Then students try to imitate the action and practice. But instructors may not have sufficient time or opportunities to take care of each student and to assist them in solving their learning difficulties by providing adequate guidance. Well, what happened? The flipped learning approach has been integrated into physical education classes to provide opportunities for students to learn independently, as well as to increase the time for students' practice and the teacher's individual guidance. Okay, let's talk a little bit about flipped learning approach. In flipped learning approach, first, the learning records instructors' lectures in traditional instruction as teaching videos for students to learn before the class. And second, the in-class time is then freed up for more active learning activities. Okay? Through this learning approach, students can learn autonomously before the class to be fully prepared for participating in the face-to-face class. They then obtain more time in class to practice the skills and receive the individual guidance provided by teachers. Okay, based on the educational theory of cognitive apprenticeship and reflective practice, this study proposes the scaffolding, questioning, interflow, reflection, and comparison-based mobile flip learning. From now on, SCIRC-based mobile flip learning. SCIRC-based mobile flip learning approach integrates the guidance before the class and reflection during the class. In order to employ this learning approach, this study took advantage of Evernote to build up students' online learning context. Evernote is an application that students can use to write questions, answer those questions, and upload videos. Okay, let me give you a little explanation of how scaffolding, questioning, interflow, reflection, and comparison are going to be implemented in this class. Okay, scaffolding will be provided by the teacher to guide the students. Questioning, students will organize the crucial concepts conveyed in instructional videos by formulating questions. Interflow consists in answering peers' questions and hence the interaction among and communication with peers. Reflection that students perform hands-on practice while peers at the same table assist in recording practice video. And comparison where students are required to compare their practice videos with the teacher's demonstration to continuously modify their performance. Okay, let me explain a little bit how the process is followed. Okay, first, the teacher creates an online account of Evernote for each student and add the learning materials to the account. After the teacher confirms that all of the students have accessed the learning materials, the learning tasks of SCIRC are initiated. Before the class, the students are able to watch instructional videos by using the website or app and to learn on their own with the learning scaffolding provided by the teacher. After watching those instructional videos, they are required to design a question to test their classmates and choose and answer one question that is provided by their classmates to complete the online peer interaction activity. During the class, students need to assist each other in recording their own practice video of successfully striking and compare them with the teacher's demonstration video. Here we can see how it works, okay? We have one student that is checking the notes of Evernote. We have one student that is performing the strike and another one that is helping during the shooting of the video. Okay, let's say that this video is the one that is more accurate and more similar to the instructional video provided by the teacher. So in this moment, the students decide that this is the video that they are going to upload to the app. Okay, for the experimental design, the study collected quantitative and qualitative data through a teaching experiment to analyze students' learning achievement, self-efficacy, learning motivation, and learning perceptions. Well, the participants in this experiment are students aged between 20 to 22 years old that were recruited from 2 billiard classes from 75 universities public universities in southern Taiwan, with family background and socioeconomic status that can represent the status of most of the students in this age group in Taiwan, and most of them were beginners who were interested in billiards. Okay, for the measuring tools, for the billiard part, 3 experts who had taught billiards for more than 5 years were recruited to evaluate and modify the testing items and rubrics to ensure their validity. The testing items in the pre and post test ranged in difficulty levels from elementary to advanced. Okay, also they have the learning motivation questionnaire, self-efficacy questionnaire, and interviews. The learning motivation questionnaire consisted in 6 items, including intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. The self-efficacy questionnaire consisted of a total of 8 items and 7 questions for the interview. Well, let's talk about the experimental procedure. The procedure lasts 10 weeks, okay? We have the experimental group with 35 students and the control group with 40 students. During week 1 to week 3, the basic billiard skills learning were provided to the students for both groups. From week 4, we have the pre-test of billiard striking strategies, learning motivation, and self-efficacy applied. During week 5 to 8, we have the control group having before class the traditional learning approach and during class the hand-on practice. But for experimental group, we have before and during class the skirt-based mobile flip learning approach applied. During week 9, we have the post-test of billiard striking strategies, learning motivation, and self-efficacy applied. And during week 10, the group interviews were applied. Well, for the results, we have 3 different points. For billiard striking strategies, the striking strategy planning and practice performance was better than those who adopted the conventional mobile flip learning approach. Students' self-efficacy was significantly better than those who employed the conventional mobile flipped learning approach, and the learning motivation on students who used the Skirk-based mobile flipped learning approach had significantly better intrinsic motivation and overall learning motivation than those who used the conventional mobile flipped learning approach. During interview, the students mentioned that the advantages included providing students with individualized opportunities to autonomous learning, enhancing the quality of hands-on practice during the class by understanding the course contents before the class, clarifying the knowledge and content transfer in the institutional videos through designing a question and answering peers' questions. For the discussion and conclusion, we can mention that the Skirk-based flipped learning intensifies the pre-classes guidance and in-class reflection. That under this approach, students are able to pay attention to the crucial concepts in the instructional videos through the learning scaffolding provided by the instructor before the class, that it strengthens students' understanding of the teaching content through the interactive activity of designing and answering questions, and that during the classes that students need to shoot their own videos, reflect on their action, compare them with the instructor's demonstration, and submit that, but not if they are not sure that the action meets the required standards. To propose an effective flipped learning approach which integrates the benefit of video feedback, pre-class guidance, and in-class reflection strategy with the use of mobile technology to promote students' performance in the course aiming at fostering learning skills and strategies is the main contribution of the current study. To finish this presentation, it's important to mention that even if the experiment results showed that the approach successfully enhanced the students' performance of billiard striking strategies, self-efficacy, and learning motivation, the, the proposed approach was applied to a billiard course. Hence, the finding cannot be generalized to other courses without further investigation, unless to those educational domains related to skills and strategies training. Thanks for your attention.